And they are off. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's see what type of start we get here in Pro Nitro Buggy. And it's a fairly clean one. Cade Burnett out front. Jake Steichleather right behind him. Alrighty then. Cade Burnett out front. Alrighty then. Darren Steinhardt actually was a guy who wanted her. Two people that won it. They were already here at the track. So it's already been drawn. It happened at 10 o'clock this morning. You can go back on the stream and find it. All right. So actually that's Shea Brown out front. I do apologize. So Cade Burnett, Shea Brown. Now this should be a good race. Shea Brown was very fast in truck. So I thought Cade would be unchallenged here, but hopefully we see a really good race. It's Cade Burnett followed by Shea Brown, Will McIver, Chris Van Aert, Joe Steichleather, Ryan Daze, Don Elliott, Jake Steichleather, Mark Moon, and Wilson Colwart. As we come on the straightaway, Cade and Shea separated by 0.4 of a second. That's Associated versus HB as they go up into the sunlight and back into the shade. And Cade, Shea keeping him honest. Up and over that rolling double over to the hip jump they go. And they're already starting to lap, guys. I think that's Wilson. Not sure who that is. No, that's not Wilson. Sorry, I do apologize. Oh, that's Mark Moon down the last. Up and over that hip jump goes Cade. Shea Brown right behind him. These two have pulled away from Will McIver. There's 2.4 seconds back in that Agama N1. They're already in some lap traffic on lap 4. So Cade coming on the straightaway. That's a 28.3, a 29 flat. Will with a 28.8. Ryan Daze at 28.9. So everything is... No, it's not. Cade Burnett. Sorry, X-Tech. Roach is here as well, but I think he's done racing for the day. Cade Burnett. So Jake Steichleather has had a flame. It looked like Josh Holyfield's had some issues as well. Oh, no, he's just back up and running. So Cade Burnett coming across the loop, and he still has Shea Brown right behind him. These two are going to battle out two Georgia racers coming here to put on a show for all you guys around the world who are tuning in. Up and over that rolling double, they go up and over that hip jump, down into the valley. Cade fending off Shea. Shea having a little peek. Said, no, I got time. I'll wait. Up and over that triple, they go into that double plateau. Now you see Cade just jumping up there, taking the risk. Shea also, but not fully committing they are. Cade, must be difficult to see their cards because it's difficult for me to see it, and I've got a video camera and up close and perfect. And up and over that double, they go up and over that hip jump. And Shea is right behind, and Shea is very fast in this part of the track. Cade coming up over her. Oh, my goodness. No harm, no foul. It could have been a lot worse than that. But that's a little lap traffic. And around that mogul section they go, and Cade able to pull a little bit away from Shea, but Shea able to make up a lot of ground through this part of the track onto the triple. His HB is absolutely dialed going through this part of the track. Here you see Cade just slamming into the face, and they bounce up onto the top of that plateau. That is the safest way to get around that track, that part of the track. And Cade trying to shake off Shea Brown, but Shea Brown says, not today, kid. I'm going to be right there with you, at least for this first 5 minutes. 4 minutes and 30 seconds down, 25-30 left to go. And I hope you have a good race like we had in intermediate, but it's turning out to be that right off the start between these two. They've pulled away to a 12.6 second lead over Ryan Daze. All right, so Ryan Daze has flamed out. Looks like Blake Baker making the running out and getting him. But right now we are on board with Josh Hollyfield. And behind him is Cade Burnett. Cade Burnett and Shea Brand. Let's drop back to Cade Burnett and Shea Brand, who are absolutely flying at this moment. Oh, no. Shea Brand has flamed out. That's John Blaze. He broke. Oh, no. So just word from Patrick. He says that Shea Brand has broken. He has broken, so... Oh, man. The one guy who could have probably challenged Cade has broke, unfortunately, and didn't make it to the 6-minute mark. So I think we've been robbed of a race. Oh, no. Unfortunate for Shea Brand. Not sure how he broke, but he must have hit something out there. Okay, so the engine is still running, but no electrical. Oh, my goodness. That was Josh Hollyfield. I don't know how he saved that. He didn't save it at the end. All right, let's drop back and find Joe Steichleather and Will McIver. That's our closest battle on the track. They're separated by 1.1 seconds. The Cade Burnett has a 22-second lead over these guys. So let's find Will McIver, and you'll find Joe Steichleather. Joe just came across the loop. There's Will. All right, so Patrick has some information for us. Let's send it over to our roving pit reporter.
All right, guys, so I was kind of peeking over everybody's shoulder, but according to what I could see, Shea Brand unfortunately had an electrical issue. The engine is still running, but he has no power whatsoever. Transponder's dead, and the switch is not doing anything. So, unfortunately, it will be a DNF for Shea Brand this weekend.
All right, unfortunate for Shea Brand having a DNF so early out. We was looking forward to an epic battle between those guys, but let's see if somebody else can do it. But we're going to get on board with Will McIver, who's currently running in third. He is 2 seconds back of Joe Steichleather, who I think that's Joe right in front of him, in front of Ryan Daze. .5 seconds back. So Will McIver trying to catch up. Cade Burnett into pits, Quan and his father doing it. So no harm, no foul. He's got a 20-second lead over Joe Steichleather. Let's get back to Joe Steichleather and Will McIver because that's our race on the track. There's Will McIver coming into pit. There's Joe Steichleather coming into pit too, I believe. That looks like his father. All right, let's get back to the action on the track. As we see, we are on board with Will McIver in that Agama N1, now currently in second. Joe Steichleather right behind him by 0.8 of a second. Wilson Coward 6.8 back of him, and Chris Van Neer. So we got a good battle here between third and sixth. They're not separated by much. So up and over the jump they go. And, oh, Will getting it wrong. I think that's Wilson right there now. So Wilson right behind him. 9 minutes in, 20 minutes left to go. Wilson getting a little bit sideways over that triple. Up and down the valley he goes. Over that double. Wilson having a good lap, a 28.9 for Wilson. All right. So let's go to our Patrick says he has some information for us. Let's get it over to Patrick.
Unfortunately, guys, we just had another DNF as I saw Grant Walker walking off with Derek Vanderham's car. Looks like a snap steering link has ended Derek Vanderham's day here in Pro Nitro Buggy.
All right, so Derek Vanderham out breaking a steering link on that Sparko. But it's right now our running orders: Cade Burnett, followed by Will McIver, Wilson Coward, Joe Steichleather, Josh Hollyfield up to 5th, Chris Van Neer in 6th, Don Elliott in 7th. 8th is Ryan Rand, John Blaze in 9th, Mark Moon 10th, Ryan LeCoyer 11th, Ryan Daze 12th, Jake Steichleather 13th, and Derek Vanderham out. Sean Alfonso is still running, and Shea Brown out early. So unfortunate for the DNF so early. We are only 10 minutes into this race. And we are on board with second place driver Will McIver, who's fending off a hard charging Wilson. There's Wilson right behind him. Actually, if we just pan out a little bit, we'll have them both in shot. Will was clipping that pipe. There's Wilson with that yellow wing. Oh, Wilson gets into the pipe. And off the track he goes for an excursion. And Will getting a little breathing space, but nobody got nothing for Cade right now, unless he has a mechanical failure. All right, so Patrick has another pit report live from the pit lane.
All right, guys, I'm down here in Team Cower. We got Blake on the gun. We got Roger looking on. Dude, what tire is Wilson on right now?
A Detox.
Detox green. Did y'all sauce?
Yes.
Okay.
FJ Red.
What's he been saying on the mic, if you can hear anything?
It's good. He likes it.
He's good? Yeah. I don't see him twitching as much, so that's a good.
Working on consistency.
Very good.
We normally don't run with Pro Class, but they didn't have a lot, so it's a good opportunity for him to run against faster guys and learn their lines and work on consistency. He can lay down a fast lap. He just has to be more consistent.
Well, that and warm up for nationals, right?
Yes, we're going to nationals, and
Oh, and congratulations on Wilson. You now have 2 teenagers in the house.
Exactly. That's a scary thought.
Well, good luck, Roger. All right, that's Roger Cowart, daddy of Wilson Cowart, currently shown in that number 4 spot in his X-ray.
All right, Wilson trying to chase on Joe Steichleather. He is now 3.4 seconds back, and they are not far behind Will McIver. We're currently following our leader, Cade Burnett, who has a 24.5 second lead on the field. Will McIver and Joe Steichleather, Wilson Cowart, Chris Van Aer in 5th. Chris Van Aer still in the hunt. Don Elliott not too far out of it either. So our top 7 still running all on the same lap and within striking distance of each other. So there we see Ryan Daze coming down the straightaway. Who are we going to pick up? Looks like Sean Alfonso having a flame out. And we are following Will McIver once again. And Joe is right behind him with that black wing. Joe Steichleather, the younger Steichleather brother, rocking his Beach RC jersey this weekend. Up and over that triple he goes. So Joe trying to chase down McIver. How many times have these guys raced over the last 10, 15 years? Joe getting a little bit squirrely as he comes into the straightaway. Up and over that double he goes. And you are watching the Pro Nitro Buggy A final, 30-minute final from the North Georgia Shootout. And your leader is Cade Burnett, but we are currently following our second place battle between Will McIver and Joe Steichleather. That orange car is lap traffic. That is Ryan Daze, who's being scored on in 11th. Joe and that black wing car, he's trying to chase down Will McIver, who's just in front of him with that white wing. And this is the closest battle we have on tap. Wilson Cowart right behind them, 4.4 seconds. As we saw a good battle starting between Shea Brand and Cade Burnett early on, as the 2 drivers battled it out. And then just about the 6-minute mark, we saw Shea Brand have a DNF as he broke something electrical in his car, which allowed Cade Burnett to pull away with this big lead that he has now. So unfortunate for Shea Brand, but that's how racing goes sometimes. All right, so Patrick has found something interesting in the pit lane, and we're going to turn it over to Patrick.
All right, guys, so as walking through pit lane, I'm trying to find some guys to talk to, and Chris Van Aer comes into pit, Randy Anger on the fuel gun, and Randy literally has to do some wardrobe change on Chris. So Chris is going to have all the cooling on the exhaust pipe as he continues to race out there. So, yeah, maybe we could raffle this off for, I don't know, some candy for Keenan or whatever. But, yeah, it's still a little warm. But, yeah, if you zoom in on Chris Van Aer, he's getting all the cooling power on that driver's side. So, interesting.
All righty then. So Chris Van Aer losing all of his body, losing some aerodynamics by getting all the cooling on his pipe now. We are almost at the 15-minute mark. We are just past the 15-minute mark. Cade Burnett coming in for a fuel stop. Quan snatching him out of the air and pitting him. What's up, Kevin Mendez? How you doing, man? There's Cade Burnett. Stikelether. Jake Stikelether flaming out. There he is. Joe, though, he's now 11 seconds back of Will McIver, so I don't know what happened to Joe. 9.9 seconds. So there's Chris Van Aer with half a body. There we go. Now it works. Cade Burnett, Will McIver, Joe Stikelether, Wilson Cowart, Josh Holyfield up into that fifth spot. Don Elliott in sixth. Ryan Rand, Chris Van Aer. Oh, thank you. Mark Moon, Ryan Daze, John Blaze, Ryan LeCoyer, Jake Stikelether out. Sean Alfonso out. Shea Brand's back on the track, though, it looks like. So going out there to get some laps. He's been down for 3 minutes and 47 seconds. So, 3 minutes and 47 and 7 minutes and 22 seconds, it looks like. So, unfortunate for him. He was very fast. Will McIver at a Gamma N1. And that's Josh Holyfield, who's now in going to be a lap down to McIver. No, that's not McIver, sorry. That's Stikelether. He's back on the track. And that's Will behind him. Uh-oh. Will get into the back of Stikelether, and that's going to allow Joe by. That's Joe, the younger Stikelether. And that's Will, actually. Oh, somebody coming in for fuel. $11 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this race. And Cade Burnett out front by 26 seconds. Let's follow Cade for a little bit as he goes up and over that triple. He is absolutely dialed in, not making any mistakes. TQ looking to take the win here. He's got 11 minutes left to go. All right, so Patrick has something to tell us what's going on in pit lane.
All right, so the pit report I just got, guys, I'm going to have to clean it up for the internet, but I just talked to Davey Talon, crew chief for Don Elliott, and he needs to quit, quote, messing up, and he'll do better. And you can fill in the word that I cleaned up. But anyway, Davey trying to keep smiles on Don. Don is one position right now outside of podium, so let's see if he can clean it up.
Yeah, Don Elliott currently in 6.5 seconds back from Josh Holyfield. Wilson Cowart having a long lap here as well, 35.6. Let's see who we can find here. Looking for a good battle on the track. And there is none at the moment, to be honest. Yep, Shea has been back on track here now. He's got 20 laps in. Up and over that triple. Oh, Cade making a mistake. I mean, He got 9 minutes and 55 seconds left to go. He doesn't want to make many of those mistakes. He could break his car, flame out, any of the things above. Have an electrical issue. So just a little lapse in concentration. Going over that easy triple. Probably hit it a few hundred times this weekend and just making that mistake. He does it again, too, so not sure what's going on with Cade. That's his second time in a row. He's jumped off to the side of that triple. And Cade Burnett out to a commanding 29-second lead over Joe Steichleather. Joe just 3.6 up on Will McIver, so we should be seeing some pits. Let's find Joe, because these two, Joe Steichleather is currently coming across the loop right there. There's Joe. All right, so we're trying to find our second place driver, Joe Steichleather. And that's not him. That's Ryan LeCoyer. Joe Steichleather, Will McIver switching places as Will comes across the loop. Steichleather's now 4.8 seconds back of Will. There's Will. And that Agama with that LFR clear ring. And there's Shea Brown back on the track, but many laps down. That is Shea Brown. All right, so Patrick has a story for us from pit lane.
I know y'all are tired of hearing from me, but anyway, I just talked to Jake Steichleather, who has officially pulled it off. He said that the first flame out was a ghost flame. The other one, he landed on the pipe, and apparently he hit it just right to where one of the pipe stakes actually caught the flywheel and it flamed out. So he's basically pulled it off, got out of everybody's way, and now he's just watching the action for pit lane. Unfortunate DNF here for Jake Steichleather and Pro Nitro Buggy.
All right, thank you, Patrick. His brother currently in third, Joe Steichleather, behind Will McIver, but Will is stretching that lead out as we see these guys coming into pit. That is Ada Ridgway. He is pitting. I'm not sure who Aiden is pitting. Thank you, Patrick. So Will McIver still in second and stretching that lead out ever so gingerly over Joe Steichleather. That's Mark Moon is getting by. So if that Shea Brown taking that having that electoral issue earlier on, we've seen kind of Cade Burnett just walk away of this race with 5 minutes and 51 seconds left to go. Will McIver and Joe now, though, are 1.1 second back, so we'll stay on Will. This has been our battle for second the entire weekend. Sorry, the entire 30 minutes. Sorry, not the entire 30 minutes, but since Shea Brown had his DNF, electrical issue, he's back on the track. But right now we're watching Will McIver, who's holding Joe Steichleather at bay. He's 1.9 seconds in front of him. I believe this is Joe right behind him. But Joe keeps making mistakes, and that allows Will McIver to just pull away from him. I think Joe made another mistake just now, just jumping off the side of the triple race. 5 minutes left to go in this race. And Will McIver stretches that lead out to 7.9 seconds over Steichleather. So every time we think we got a battle going on between these two, Stikelether makes a mistake, and that allows MacGyver to just pull away from him. As we are on board with Will MacGyver, as he's now going to go past Josh Hollyfield. Well, Josh Hollyfield is currently running in 4th. 1 lap down from MacGyver. So MacGyver is lapping the field up to 4th. As they come down the straightaway, MacGyver throwing on a 29.1. Stikelether now 7.8 back of him. Chris Van Aer is the... Wow, we have a lot of DNFs, it looks like, here. If John Blaze, Sean Alfonso, and Derek Vanderham all out. Jake Stikelether out. Ryan Daze is out. Looks like Ryan Rand's going to be out as well. So lots of DNS. A battle of attrition here in Pro Nitro Buggy. Up next is our A2, a four-wheel drive short course. We got 7 races left to go in this race, and it's going to be all electric. 3 minutes and 23 seconds left to go. And this final. Cade Burnett looking to turn one of his TQs right into a victory here. And he is on the right path with a 42-second lead with 3 minutes left to go. Hey, hello, how you doing? I don't know how to say your name there, but how you doing? I do not know how to say that. Welcome to the 2024 North Georgia Shootout. This is race 29 of Abraço from Portugal. Bom dia. Oh, boa tarde. Uh-oh, Cade getting it wrong. That's going to cost him about 2 seconds. 2 minutes left to go in this race. Oh, it's Helder. Hello, Helder. How are you, my friend? I worked with Helder out in Portugal 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Uh-oh, my Cade and that triple are not enjoying themselves. He keeps doing that. He might break his car. Helder, tell your wife and daughter I said hello, and Paulo as well. Bon dia. Hola. As we are racing here in North Georgia, Cade Burnett. Let's see if he gets the triple right, because he has tried to break his car in his triple quite a few times. And he gets it right. Oh, man, he is having fits with this triple. Cade Burnett, Will MacGyver, Joe Stikelether, Josh Hollyfield now up to 4th, Wilson Cowart in 5th, Chris Van Aer, Don Elliott, Mark Moon, Ryan LeCoyer, Ryan Rand, Ryan Daze, Jake Stikelether, John Blaze, Sean Alfonso, and Derek Vanderham out. Shea Brand, who was battling it out with Cade Burnett before the first pit stop, had an electrical issue and was sent off the track for quite some time, back on the track and making some laps. I know some words, a lot of words. Helder. One day I'm going to live in Portugal. You watch. So, Cade Burnett on his victory lap coming up here soon. Fine. He gets that triple. Man, that triple has given Cade quite a lot of fits this weekend. And there we go. Cade Burnett going to make it by for one more lap. He's already got 2 laps up on the field. And he has this wrapped up and ready to take the victory. And Will MacGyver. Oh, also well ahead of Joe Steichleather. And it's going to be Cade Burnett, Will McIver. But Joe Steichleather and Josh Hollyfield are still battling it out. So let's see. Cade Burnett takes the win, and he is your 2024 North Georgia Shootout Pro Nitro Buggy A final champion. And it's going to be Will McIver in second. Josh Hollyfield getting Joe Steichleather at the end for third. Joe Steichleather in fourth. Wilson Caldwell fifth.